I'm going to show you each and every hiding spot that I've found on every map in Phasmophobia, but do keep in mind that on the higher difficulties, some of these hiding spots might not be accessible, or they might be missing completely. All hiding spots I'm going to show you I've tested myself, but please keep in mind that, like tarot cards, you're never 100% guaranteed to be safe. Starting with Tanglewood, as soon as you enter the house, there are two closets that you can hide in, one on either side of this wall. Closets are one of the best and most common places that you can hide. Make sure you stick around because I'll be sharing some of my tips for hiding throughout this entire video. Oh, and there's also a third closet back here in this bedroom. Moving on into the nursery, there is a baby's crib filled with boxes for some reason that you can hide behind pretty well. Very chic. Next, we're heading down into the spooky basement. Right at the back there are these wooden panels. These panels cover the front and the side, and being backed into a corner, it makes for great hiding, even if the ghost spawns in the basement with you. There's a spot here in the dining room where you can hide behind these drawers, and it's always available, but keep in mind the ghost could path around the table and get you. And lastly, into the garage there are these lockers that you can hide in. Lockers work exactly the same as closets. There's also this red toolbox that you can hide behind this car, but do keep in mind the ghost can path around the car and could kill you that way. That's Tanglewood covered. Next up is one of my personal favourites, Willow Street House. As soon as you walk in the corner of the living room there are a set of boxes that you can hide behind really well. On this map it's all about using the environment to hide in. There are no lockers or closets. There's also no hiding spots in the kitchen, hallway or bathroom, so please keep that in mind. Into the garage and there is an abundance, a plethora, a smorgasbord of hiding spots. The first two spots I'm going to show you aren't always available. First up is this huge shelf you can hide behind, and then there are some boxes here that you can hide behind as well. There's also a set of wooden panels here. Oh, ribcage, nice. Sometimes this spot is missing one panel, but it's always available, just less safe. There's also this little blue toolbox you can hide behind, and you can even hide behind the car, but these three are a little more risky. If the ghost decides to walk around the car, you're dead. Now for the bedrooms. The first bedroom on the right, there are some boxes in the corner here that you can hide behind. They're pretty safe. But the left hand side bedroom is where it's at. There is a spot in the corner where there's a chair and a closet that you can hide behind. Sometimes the chair's moved slightly so you can't get behind it. However, in the opposite corner there is a spot behind this desk that you can hide. It's never blocked and I've never been killed here. This is such a good spot. Down into the basement. In the right hand storage room there is a blue toolbox that you can hide behind, just like in the garage. There's no real hiding spot in the left storage, but if you're absolutely desperate, try crouching here next to the table or on the opposite side behind those shelves. Neither are particularly safe, so try not to get trapped in here. And finally, there are some bins at the very back of the basement that you can hide behind really well. That's Willow Street House covered. Now on to Ridgeview. Ridgeview has many hiding spots, especially since it got changed around a little bit. Starting off in the basement, there are lockers here that you can hide in, but if you're being chased down the stairs, it's probably not a safe option. Instead, I would recommend you head to the back here, where there are some boxes that you can hide behind. These are much safer. However, if these aren't available either, make your way to the back again and hide in this corner where the mannequin is. It's not often you see the ghost path down here, and because of all the shelves and all the boxes, it's not very likely to find you either. Also, mannequins block line of sight for some reason. Onto the ground floor or middle floor. To the right of the entrance is the kitchen. There's a fridge in the kitchen that you can hide behind. And then if you make your way through the kitchen into the back bedroom, make your way through the bedroom, through the ensuite bathroom and into the back room, and you'll find some boxes here that you can hide behind as well. This is another place that ghosts don't really go to. Now for my personal favourite. You can hide in this room behind the piano here, and you can also hide behind the PC over there. These are great hiding spots in a pinch, and they block a lot of sight. So if you find yourself stuck here, don't be afraid to use these spots. Moving into the garage, there's a set of lockers as soon as you enter the garage on the left here. And there's also another set of lockers right the way at the back here that you can also go into. There's also a black car here that you can hide behind right in the corner if you absolutely have to. It's a bit safer than hiding behind the white car. Make your way upstairs. There's 3 closets in this hallway that you can hide in. Let me just put this light on. Yeah. one closet here, one here, and the third one is right the way round here. Be careful with this one because it's a straight entry into it, nothing is blocking line of sight. There's one last closet spot up here in this green bedroom. You could also hide behind these drawers in the purple bedroom, but again this one is pretty risky. I almost completely forgot about these two hiding spots. First, in the living room area, there's a set of boxes in the corner here, good stuff, it's nice and cozy. And also you can hide in this washroom where the Ouija board spawns. As long as you're behind the door but don't hold the door, the ghost rarely comes in here, and if it does, it doesn't come far enough in to check behind the door. That was Ridgeview, now on to Edgefield. In Edgefield, just like Ridgeview, there are plenty of hiding spots all over the place. Starting off as usual in the basement, let me just put this light on so we can see. There are a set of lockers here, but no line of sight block, so be careful not to be seen going into these. However, you can hide in this corner, so long as you are unseen going into this room. It's unlikely the ghost will see you or path here. Out of the basement and onto the middle or first floor or whatever it's called, there is a spot right at the back here that you can hide behind. Here I've included a clip of me triggering a hunt with the cards and hiding here. As you can see, if you look where the candlelight is, you'll see the ghost will walk right past, and even though you hear the heartbeat, it won't see you here unless it decides to walk into the room. But because there's nothing else in this little room, it rarely goes in here. Alright, enough of me showing off. Let's get back to the hiding spots. Head into the dining room. You can hide behind the table here. Again, as long as you get in without being seen, you should be absolutely fine. Into the garage. There's a set of lockers in here, but if you get here and they're locked, you can hide behind the shelf here in the corner. It's not the greatest, but it might keep you alive. Onto the top floor, and immediately into the small blue bedroom. There's a closet in here. When I was recording this, there was also a ghost in here, and I was looking around for what it threw. Never mind. Yeah, there is a closet right here. There are two more sets of closets right here in the hallway next to each other. But if these are blocked, check here in the back bedroom or master bedroom. There are also two sets of closets in here. This place is ridiculous for closets, and you thought that was the end of it. No, there's another closet in the big blue bedroom, but keep in mind that this one does not have a real line of sight break unless you can close the bedroom door behind you. Lastly, there is a small hiding spot in the purple bedroom behind these drawers, but it's so hard to squeeze into. Sometimes you'll go in straight away and sometimes you won't, so I wouldn't recommend using this. Only use it if there is really no alternative. Anyway, that was Edgefield. Now for the farmhouses, and first up is Bleasdale. Bleasdale is full of hiding spots, especially in the attic. Straight away you can hide right here behind the clock. Don't worry about the gaps beside the clock, they don't affect line of sight. You should be fine as long as the ghost doesn't see you go in or decide to come round. And then in this room to the left of the entrance, there are some boxes in here just in the corner that you can hide behind. Coming through the kitchen towards the garage workshop, there's a little cabinet in the bathroom here that you can hide next to. Into the garage workshop, there are some lockers here. Ooh, hips don't lie. But if they're blocked, you can easily just hide down the side of them like this. Also, here's a little trick for you. Using the open locker doors, you can block line of sight. If you prepare early enough, open both doors and use the first door to block line of sight. Hop into the second locker. This can sometimes trick the ghost into thinking that you went into the first locker. Upstairs now, and in the first room on the left, the utility room, there are two hiding spots at the back of this room. One on this side behind the washer, and opposite behind this shelf. This is the master bedroom, and in here there's a nice big room divider that you can hide behind. And the last room you can hide in on this floor is here in the back bedroom. You can either hide behind this big closet, or you can even hide behind the rocking chair. Again, don't worry about the gaps in the rocking chair, it's absolutely fine. Just try and position yourself in the middle of the chair so there's less room to be seen on either side. The final room is the attic, which is littered with hiding spots. There's chairs, bookshelves. this sofa is a great hiding spot. Just be careful up here, especially behind the shelving units. Sometimes the ghosts can see through them. This barrel and this bin are good too. Blue toolbox is good. Broom divider is a great hiding spot. So yeah, that's Bleasdale. On to Grafton. Grafton is a bit tougher than Bleasdale. Immediately as you go in on the right, there's a space behind these two bookshelves, which is very cosy. Let's take a quick trip to the kitchen. Pop this light on. In here there is a spot behind the fridge, but it's quite risky. If the ghost decides to wander to the workshop over there, you're probably gonna die. Speaking of the workshop, let's head into there. There's a great hiding spot behind the big mattress here. Staying on the ground floor, into these three rooms here. First is the twin bedroom on the right. There's a hiding spot in the back room to the left here, just behind these boxes with the little bunny on top. The little utility room in the middle here has a cozy hiding spot just behind the shelf. And the third room is the master bedroom. You can hide behind the big room divider here, or if you don't want that, you can hide inside the little room here to the left. You can hide behind these boxes. But I gotta be honest, none of these hiding spots are as good as what's upstairs. Upstairs there is a spot behind this big chair in the hallway here that's probably the safest on the map. It's very rare the ghost will path far enough here to see you. Over to the left is the nursery. There's a spot behind the baby's cot that you can hide. It looks small, but it's very safe. The last few hiding spots are in this room here to the right. In this room there is a room divider that you can hide behind really well, and then if you head into the storage room at the back here, you can hide behind all these boxes if you really need to, but even better, there are some lockers in the corner. If these aren't available, you can always hide down the side of them, and these lockers are the same as the ones in Bleasdale. You can use the locker doors to block the line of sight and then hop into the second locker to trick the ghost. That was Grafton. Now for Maple Lodge campsite, which I've really been enjoying lately. You can actually hide in every tent as long as you close the tent door behind you. However, the smaller tents are better because they are actual hiding spots. But some of the small tents can be blocked, whereas the big tents are always open. You can also hide here in the bathroom stalls near the entrance. Just hop into one of the stalls, shut the door, and you should be fine here. There's a couple of spots around the campfire that you can hide. First one here is to the left of the campfire in this white tent behind these tables where the food cans are, and on the other side of the fire there are some benches here that you can hide behind. As you can see, the angles here are covered really well. However, if you've got time, make your way over to the bench in the back here. I think this one is a lot safer. It covers your front and your back, and the only way the ghost can get to you is if it comes down the side here, which it doesn't often do. Now, you see this tent here next to the showers? You can actually hide behind this tent because the bushes behind it block line of sight, and there's also an invisible wall here, and the only way the ghost can kill you is if it comes from behind the showers. Now as you make your way towards the cabin, there are these drums in the left white tent here that you can hide behind. These are a great hiding spot. Now let me know in the comments below if you knew about this next hiding spot or not. If you go past the cabin, you'll see there's a pier. If you carry on going down to the end of the pier, you'll see that there's a chair here. This chair you can actually hide behind and you'll be completely safe. As long as you position yourself close to the stump as possible behind the chair. The only way the ghost can see you is if it walks behind the cabin, which it rarely ever does. And then on the cabin porch here, there are these cooler boxes that you can hide behind, and these are actually really safe. Moving on into the cabin now, and you can actually hide behind these kitchen counters here, but these are not safe at all. Only use these as a last resort. If the ghost is around the stairs, it will see you and it will kill you. The safer option is to run up the stairs and move around the bed. There's a spot in the corner here where you are extremely safe. But if that's blocked, or you just like to live dangerously, you can come here behind the rocking chair. The rocking chair is safe. The only problem is if the ghost goes through the balcony door or the bathroom door, there's a chance it could see you. So that's it for Maple Lodge campsite. With high school, prison and asylum, I'm not going to go into too much detail on these maps. Because they're so big, it's more about breaking line of sight, going around corners, closing doors behind you, hiding behind any object you can find. and mostly just making distance from the ghost. There are plenty of bathroom stalls you can hide in, plenty of little side rooms as well, and there are even a couple of safe spots if you really want to take the fun away. Carry a lighter and a smudge stick if you don't feel safe, or hold a candle to keep your sanity high if you want to avoid getting hunted. And now for a few tips. First, make sure you're not seen by the ghost before going into a hiding spot. You can use doors or corners or objects to break line of sight. If a ghost has line of sight of you and sees you enter a closet or hide behind an object, it'll check the last place it saw you. In this case, the ghost saw me before I got behind the box, so it checked next to the box, saw me, and killed me. Also, please remember to turn off your electrical equipment such as flashlights, or drop them, or change to a non-electrical item before you hide. The ghost can sense these and will follow them. If you accidentally turn on your flashlight or bring out an electronic during a hunt, the ghost will sense it, path to you, and kill you. Don't forget to keep quiet too. If you're using radio or voice chat during a hunt, the ghost hears you, it'll path to you and kill you as well. There's a setting in the voice settings that changes your microphone from voice activated to push to talk. Push to talk means you need to manually activate your microphone for the game to hear you by pressing the key allocated to push to talk. The default is V for voice chat and B for radio chat. This setting will keep your microphone from picking up random noises and static, which can get you killed by accident. If you've made it this far, let me know if any of these tips have helped you down below. Thank you for watching.